Hello happy crocheters, this is Lindsay from windingrowcrochet.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute spa headband. If you like this tutorial, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. So here I have a thinner version of the headband that we're making today. And this headband is made out of cotton, and in order to give it a nice stretch, I've actually used a hair elastic. And I have to tell you, I have a hard time keeping headbands on my head, and this one works really well because of that hair elastic. And if you like, you can also make this headband a lot thicker. Here is one that I made in pink that is a lot thicker as well. So this is a very versatile headband. You're not going to need a lot. We're going to use a yarn needle. We're going to use a crochet hook that is a size H or 5 millimeters. We're going to need a little bit of cotton yarn. And we're also going to need a measuring tape. You're going to want to measure the size of your head as well as the size of your elastic so you can adjust the pattern as needed. I am going to provide several sizes in the video, but these are using cotton yarn. If you use acrylic yarn, you will definitely need to go down about 1 or 2 sizes because acrylic yarn stretches a lot more than cotton yarn. And for choosing what size you need to do, I am putting up the size measurements for each size up on the side of the screen now. To get started, you're going to want a nice long yarn end before your slip knot, about 7 inches or so. We're going to use this yarn end to sew the hairband on later. Now we can start chaining, and you will need to chain however many chains you need for your headband size, and I'm going to put the different chain amounts for the different sizes up on the side of the screen. I am going to be making a toddler size right now. I'm making this one for my daughter, so I am going to chain 53, but as I said, the chain amounts are on the side. This pattern is a simple 1-row repeat, and you have a lot of flexibility with this pattern, as I've made this pattern with just simply 4 rows, 6 rows, and even 10 rows. Once you've finished your chain, however many chains you needed for the size you're making, we are going to single crochet into the second chain from the hook. And I am going to work into the back bumps. This is optional. I just like how it makes the bottom of the headband look nicer. So I'm going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook and then into the next 4 chain. So this will give you a total of 5 single crochet at the beginning of our headband. 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to begin a stitch pattern. We are going to work a double crochet in the next chain and a single crochet into the following chain. So I'm going to yarn over, going into that back bump. I'm going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 to create a double crochet. I'm going to follow that double crochet with a single crochet and then repeat my pattern. So we're going to work a double crochet, and follow that with a single crochet. We're going to continue this pattern all the way across our headband until you only have 5 chains left. Once you've repeated this process until you only have 5 chain left, we'll have that texture all through the center, and then we will just single crochet into the last 5 chain. The 5 single crochet at the beginning and the ending of our headband is going to leave that area very smooth. This is because this is the area we're going to be sewing on, and it's going to make it much easier to sew in that smooth area. In case you're interested, the stitch pattern we made in the center of our headband is called the lemon peel stitch, and it has a really nice light texture. Once you've completed row 1, we are going to just work row 2, and row 2 is going to be our repeat row. So row 2 you're going to repeat until you have 4 rows, 6 rows, 8 rows, 10 rows. It's actually really up to you. So for row 2 we're going to chain 1 and we're going to single crochet into the first 5 stitches. So there's my first 5 single crochet, and now we're going to do our pattern repeat. So into the next stitch we're going to work a double crochet. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 for a double crochet, follow that with a single crochet. Then follow that by repeating the pattern. We're going to do a double crochet and then a single crochet, and continue alternating double crochets and single crochets until you have a total of 5 stitches left on your project. You can see how our texture is developing here. I've worked until I only have 5 stitches left, and I'm simply going to single crochet into those last 5 stitches. Three, 4, and 5. So now all you will do is repeat row 2 either 4, 6, 8, or 10 times. And you do want to work a even number of rows because we want our yarn ends to end up on the opposite side of the headband for sewing. So go ahead and work up as many rows as you like. Here's an example of 4 rows. Here's an example of 10 rows. And the sample I'm working right now, I'm going to work 6 rows, and I will show you what that looks like when I'm done. So here I've completed my 6 rows. You can see how we have that smooth edge on one side. We actually have it on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and leave myself a nice long yarn end and clip my yarn. I'm going to take this yarn over my hook one more time and pull it through the very last loop to create a knot. And now we're going to use that yarn end to sew our hair tie onto our headband. So I'm actually going to use this pink example up here because it's a little wider to show you what I'm going to do. We're just folding in both edges to encase the end of the yarn band, or the hairband, sorry. And we're going to be doing that on this side. So you're just going to want to take your hairband, and I am pulling it from the second side. So you're going to take your hairband and you're going to put it into your headband about 1/2 inch. And then we're going to take one side, fold it over, sew down about 1/2 inch, and make a few extra stitches where you know the hairband is going to be. Fold over your other side and sew right back up that other side. And that is going to lock that hairband in place. Then we're just going to twist our headband around and do it on the opposite side. So let's go ahead and do this. I am taking my yarn in and threading it through a needle, taking my hairband, kind of pinching it and setting it about 1/2 inch into the center of my headband. I'm going to fold over that first half, and I'm just going to make a few stitches back and forth, wanting to trap that hairband. Once I get to the point where I know I'm working over that hairband, I am going to make 2 or 3 stitches. 1 and 2, just to secure that hairband into your headband because it is going to have a lot of stretch on it. I'm going to fold over the opposite side, and I'm just going to sew that side in place. So I'm just going to sew right back up the opposite side. There you go. And now you're just going to want to make a little knot, so go under both sides of your stitches. both sides that we sewed through. I'm going to twist the yarn around, put my yarn needle through that loop, and pull tight to make a knot. Now I can just go ahead and weave in my ends. And if you plan to use this a lot, I definitely recommend weaving the ends back and forth 3 times. That means they won't come out in the wash. Now that we have this side done, the best way to do the other side is to turn the hairband so it's inside out. So my stitching is on the outside. And then I'll be able to fold the pieces towards me, making it much easier to sew. And when we're done, we'll just turn it back inside out. So there you go. You're going to repeat the same thing on the other side of your headband, and then your headband will be done. So here I have the completed headband. It's really stretchy with that elastic and has a really pretty texture in that center cotton area. So there you have it. Make it as thick as you want, or as thin as you want, make as many as you want. It's just a really fun project and great for yarn scraps because it doesn't use very much yarn at all. So I really hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. If you did, make sure to check out my other easy crochet pattern tutorials. If you have any questions at all, make sure to leave them in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching.